We are in Washington now. Never thought be seeing the northern terminus in the middle of my hike. Always pictured myself walking across the border, but after we got into Bishop, the day after we did Forester Pass, we just started hearing lots of reports of really dangerous water crossings. And already we had crossed a few that were pretty dicey. Stuff that wasn't even listed on the map was knee to thigh deep, and you know, I got across them fine, but that was an unlisted melt. There's a few rivers that were coming up in particular that had swept quite a few people. It took us quite a few days. But after talking it over, we decided the safest thing to do was to come up north and hike south. Really hard decision. I absolutely loved the Snowy Sierras. The snow travel was unbelievable. Going up Whitney, unbelievable. Forester Pass, my favorite day on trail. And so to go from my favorite day on trail to, hey, maybe we should skip this and do it when we don't feel like we have to put our lives at risk every day. That was hard.
One of several stops on our way to Harts Pass.
The plan now is to hike up to the northern terminus and then hike south from there and hopefully finish on Mount Whitney. If you're gonna do it, you might as well go out big and climb Mount Whitney, which we've already done, but hey, why not do it again? How many people do it twice in a year?
Greetings from the border. What the freezing level is and the elevation.
Gonna celebrate the northern terminus with some of Canada's finest, Crown Royal.
So I think this is rather appropriate because this is Canadian whiskey and Washington cider.
That is appropriate. I didn't think about the cider. Ready?
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers. Ooh. Ugh.
I always thought we would be doing this in October.
I know.
But we're still hiking. We're still alive, and that's important too.
You know. Being alive is very important. To get weather whenever it's out. And then there's another website. We're solos now.
Yep.
That's the Canadian-US border. Literally just a cut through the trees.
Walking southbound from the border. First mile as a southbounder, and I will say it's definitely mixed feelings. But right now, just focused on this bushwhack.
And he hit his head on what wasn't even an obstacle course yet.
More obstacle, yay. The trail between the border and about 5 miles south of the border, very bushwhacky. A lot of blowdown, so focused on that.
climbing.
Pleasant walk in the forest until bam, another obstacle. Gonna get back to where we left our tent, pack that up, and keep hiking.
Well, we're Sobos now. Already off to a rockin' start. I've left my Z seat at the border, which is 4 miles downhill from here. Which means it's 4 miles down and 4 miles back up. Through bushwhacks and blowdowns, debating whether or not to go get it. Eddie has volunteered to do so. He's now regretting his volunteerism. Yeah, big sigh.
First PCT marker if you're southbound. Glad to still be on the trail, but also very weird hiking south. Definitely expected to be hitting all of this in October, finishing my northbound hike. So very sad, but I'm still glad to be out here on the trail. And hopefully I'll adjust to it as time goes on. But Washington is very beautiful right now in the summer. And in some ways I'm glad to be seeing it now, when it's green and warm and
Look, it's an Edbeard.
it's me.
Look, there's the trail.
We are getting close to the Hearts Pass campground, which means we will be back at our starting point. That's the very mental challenge of doing a Sobo hike, I guess, is you gotta do the same 30 miles twice.
We had Trail Magic by a former PCT and AT thru-hiker who made us crepes, and he was very sweet, and he had a kitty cat, so I got some kitty cat love today by his cat. Her name is Silver, and she's very snuggly. Lots and lots of sunshine. I only watered mine like once a week. Climb up to a saddle just to climb back down the same side of the saddle.
Nature's fireworks. Red, white, and blue flowers.
We saw Control Z. I forgot that I didn't tell her that we were flipping. I talked to her like a week ago and we still hadn't made the decision that we were flipping up here, so she was very surprised to see us. I thought I saw her from a distance, but I couldn't really tell because my eyesight isn't that great. And then it was her. And it was like a very cinematic moment. We were like running towards each other on the trail. Unfortunately, we happened to be on a cliffside, so there wasn't anywhere for us to like hang out. We were all just standing on the edge of a cliff catching up, and then her and Katie went north to tag the border, and Eddie and I continued south. We're camped out in this really beautiful place, and it's shy of our mileage goal for the day, but I think we've had a pretty full day.
Yeah, I would say so. Topped it off with cider and whiskey.
Yeah, we celebrated by drinking cider. Whiskey and cider. So, happy Independence Day, everybody!
Washington is incredible, and today continues to blow me away. It's supposed to rain a little bit today. Gotten a few drizzles, but nothing too bad. Doing a long switchback, but benefit of this is views in both directions. Bam! We've been going down for the last hour and a half, and we're almost to the bottom. One of those mountains over there, we're gonna have to climb over. So the rain that was forecasted to come is here. Enough to put on the pack cover, but not enough to put on the raincoat. Just had a huge climb and got to the top of it, and the views up here are just incredible. Last big climb of the day. It's a pretty steep one. And then it's about 4 miles downhill to our tent site.
Here's the PCT. You can actually see it run all the way across that ridge.
It came from way over there. It's July 5 and I'm still walking on snow. Almost done with this climb, I think. Looks like we finally made it to the top. Seems you're looking very tired after that climb. All of a sudden a giant fog cloud blew in, and minutes ago it was nice and clear. Now it's foggy and starting to drizzle. And just like that, the fog cleared away. Gorgeous. Almost to our tent site. It's been a long day, but almost there.
It's town day.
It is 7:55 and we have 2 miles all downhill to the road where we're gonna go into town. So, challenge, get there by 8:30. Let's see if we can do it. 8:27, and look where we are. Made it to Rainy Pass. We're going to Winthrop, which is that way.